Hello everyone, this is Johnson. Registration number is URK18CS213. Today we will discuss about the system calls, how the system calls will be working in the file creation in this experiment today. First, of creating the file and reading the file and writing the file, we have to know the what is a system call and how it works in the process of execution of the users according to the users how the system call will be performing for uh, for the system call is just a request for the operating system something on behalf of the user's program. When the user has entered them some program, the system call will be send the request to access the user's program. This is the resource. This is the resource to the file. The system call is the resource to the file, and it provides the interface between the process of the operating system. In these system calls, there are five categories are under the system calls. First one is process management, and second one is device management, and third one is file management, and fourth one is information or maintenance, and fifth one is communication. In this file management, we have some functions to do in this file management. There are to create a file, to open a file, to read and to write on a file, and close. These are the functions we are doing in the file management. First, what the create operation will do to create this create function helps to create a file according to the users users wish. To create a file, for example, when we open in this the if we want to save one file, to that we will assign the name to that file to save, so that here the user also enters the file to create. And after that, the operation is it can create a file or delete file or open. After the creating of the file, after so many days, the user want to open which he has created before, this function it will be helpful, that is open function will be helpful to open the file which has created by the user. And after that, if the user want to make some modifications in that file, the function is write. And after writing, if the user want to read that file, the function is read function. In the open function, there are uh, some modes of the categories are there, that read only, write only, read and write only. These are the functions of the open. And the read, this read up function helps the user to read the file which he has created. If the user has created, for example, the file is system calls, which I have created this program as system calls.cpp. First opening up this file, it will uh, it will open that file. If the user has created some other file of system calls, it will not open, and it will that file is not exist, means that file is not created by the user. So we cannot perform the read function, open function, and all that. If if the user has entered some modifications of that, it will write the n bytes to the buffer. And also the read also has the n byte from the file. Now you have seen that the read function reads the file description of the user, and the write function will do write to a specific file. Open the open opens a file of the users created. Close closes a file descriptor. Create creates a file. Now let's see the how the system calls will be performing one by one, how to create and that all. First, I have imported some libraries here, include iostream, include sys of type stat fc and h. After that, I am creating the main function. From here, the our main program will be running. This is the step which the program will be start. Care file name, I am creating the file name with the array size of 45. First, I am asking the user to enter the file name to create. First, I am this is the file name accessible to create a file to the user, and I'm storing that file name in the scene. After entering the file, it will be stored. After that, I am storing that create file name into the fd, that is file descriptor. To create a file, the function is create, create, and file name which I have created first, file name comma 0777. 7 means the file want to access the read and write operation of the file. Now I am creating the 077. If the creation of the file is greater than 0 of the file descriptor only, it will display the file created successfully, or else it will tell that the file is not created successfully. Up to now, this is what we have done. The user has entered the file name. For example, the user has entered the Johnson file name, and after that, it will he will create a he will assign that file some operation to that read and write operation he will do, that is 0777 at the permission of that file, that is. And after that, the creation the file descriptor is greater than 0 only, then the file is be created, or else the file is not created. After that, I am here taking the char fn1 at the array size of 50 int number. uh, in the before I have created that file. If I want to open that file, here I am entering the file name to be open. In the before that, I have created some file as Johnson. Now I will enter the file to be open, that is Johnson. That Johnson will be stored in this scene function. In this scene, now here file descriptor equal to open. To open a file, the function is open of fn1 comma open read and write only. This is the file name which I have created now, fn1 with the file name and the read and write only. Here I have created the file name first, that is read and write only function, that will be open. Then the file description for the open file, it will be telling that the file description of the file is open. And after that, this is the operation will be done for the read and write. Number equal read comma file descriptor comma con comma size of con, and the number equal to, this is the action performed by the write operation, that is fd comma con size of con. Now here the buffer, here I am creating some variables as int n comma file. Now here I am entering some array size of buffer is 50. Enter text to write in the file. If I want to write some text to the file, here I am entering the user to be perform some modifications in the file. After that, here n equal read of, here 0 is file descriptor and the buffer and the bytes of that buffer. Here see your text in the file name, it will be displayed that file equal to open file comma create or file or read and write only operation, that is done. After that, write file comma buff comma n and write 1 comma buff comma n, and this is the write is the file operation will be done after the modification is done. Into close into comma file, the close operation is used to close the file description. This is all the about the system calls, how to create a file and how to write in a file, and uh, uh, how to do some modifications in that. This is all about this experiment. Now we will just run the output of that. Now here it will ask the user to enter the file name to create. Here I am entering the file as Johnson. File created successfully by name Johnson. Enter the file to be opened. I have created the file before, that is Johnson. Now I want to open that file. Reason for the open file is 4. Now it will check this condition. If file descriptor is greater than 0 only, it will create successfully and it will be opened. Now I am entering some text to write in the file. Hello Johnson. I am a new file. Hello Johnson, I have a new file created now. This is the text I have written in the file Johnson. Now it will display what is the text in that file. That hello Johnson, I am a new file created. This is the text I have written in that file. This is how the system call will be performing the operation in the read and write and the open of a file and the close of the file. This is all about this experiment. Thank you.